dusty, dusty. See the circles and squares? It's places where my bottle's been sitting. There's dust all around them. My voice sounds kind of funny today because I've been sick for the past 3 days, and today I wanted to be productive because the last 2 days I've been living on the couch, and I hate doing that because it's like I just wasted 48 hours of my life, 48 whole hours that I could be using doing something different, but I just had to like lay there and rest because I was incapable of doing anything else. But today I'm feeling so much better, so I'm cleaning my room, and look how much more clean it is than usual. Things are out of place because I'm dusting and vacuuming, but yes, my room is going to be glorious when I'm done. This bottle is one of my favorites, partially because it looks really cool when you hold it up to the light, because, I mean, look, that's cool. But also partly because when my grandpa, like, first moved here, before he had to get his knee replacement surgery, he and I used to play marbles a lot together, and so it was fun. We play checkers more often now, and I've only beaten him once, but I've tied a couple times. And you have to admit, that takes skill. I mean, tying somebody at checkers. Anyway, this bottle's like my favorite. Oh yeah, I also like this one a lot for a couple reasons. All of them are nostalgia. Hold on 1 second, sorry. Like I said, still getting over that cold. But, nostalgia. See, this is from last summer when my brother and we used to bike down to the lake a whole lot. And I found this in the water, and I was like, I could make art of this, but then I never did because it's really heavy, and I can't think of anything to make it into. But we think it came off of a boat. And anyway, it just reminds me of a really, really fun time, like the summer I spent getting to know my brother, and I really love it. So that's that, and then the actual bottle itself is from the last time my best friend visited. And we went to the Dollar Tree. We walked there, and I realized how much farther away it was than I thought. But we walked to the dollar store, and we got like a little bottle of Martinelli's, which is what this is from, and crackers and fudge, and we just like went back home and lit candles and ate them and watched cartoons, and it was really, really fun. And I don't know, she's just like the coolest person, because you know how you have those friends that you love to hang out with, but then you always feel like you have to earn their attention. That sounds really weird or wrong, but what I mean is, like, you always feel like you have to get them to like you, and you don't want to change yourself to do that, but you, like, I don't know, you can't just be completely yourself, because even if you try to consciously, it gets stressful, and then you forget who you are, because it's just stressful, you know? It takes real vulnerability to really be yourself around someone, and she's one of those very few people in my life that I can do that with, and so I don't know, this is just really great memory, and I like to think about it sometimes. But I also really like this one. It's broken because of an accident that happened when that shelf up there fell down. But I also really like this one because on a missions trip that I went to West Virginia, we were helping clean up this farm, and I found this bottle, and since I collect bottles, I picked it up, and I was like, this is gonna be great, and it turned out to be really awesome. I'm really glad I picked this up because that was one of the best weeks of my life, that missions trip. And I really like looking back on that because I was spending time with other people who loved Jesus just as much as I do. And, you know, it's like, it's wonderful finding people that see the world like you do, you know? It's refreshing, and it just feels right, you know? And so it was, like, really awesome because I was constantly surrounded by people who loved Jesus like I did. And we were just working side by side, serving the community, and it's just, I don't know, all the best times in my life happen during times of service, you know, when I'm, like, humbling myself and just serving God, you know? And it was just, a lot of really awesome things happened on that trip, and I'm just really thankful for it, even though I don't talk to anyone, really, that went on that trip anymore, except Becca, my best friend. It was totally worth it. I also got this bottle on that trip. Aha, but this one is also magnificent because this is one I got last summer as well when I was hanging out with my friend Rodney. Oh man, it fell over. Oh no, but it's okay because this, like, look, you can still see some of the wear and tear from what I'm going to explain in a minute. But I also found this in a body of water because, so I was with my friend Rodney and we were hanging out and we were going for a walk. And on these walks we always have, you know, deep talks about family and God and stuff, and they're really wonderful, but she's also one of the most fun people to be around. It's awesome. And so we were walking, and there's this little, like, pond thing that's really, like, gross, and it's, like, filled with, like, what, what's the word I'm looking for? Like algae and stuff, and it, you know, it's just there. And so every time we walk by, we like, you know, look and sit by it for a while. Well, I saw this bottle in there, and so I was gonna reach in to grab it, but the thing is that it's like 3 feet deep. So I ended up just like getting in and like grabbing the bottle, and I was like, look what I found! And she was like, ew, that's gross, put it down. And I said, well, I can't just put it down because, you know, it's littering. And she was like, but it's you know, different because it was there before. But me, because I'm like creepy sentimental, I decided to keep it, and this was the same day that we got Dwight and Lilo. Now, Dwight and Lilo were these frogs, right? These little tiny frogs that were inside this pond. And we were going to use them in the bomb squad to initiate Nicole. And so we put these frogs, Dwight and Lilo, we put them in her shower. And when Nicole came over, we all went back down to that, you know, little body of water in the place that we were walking at. We went back down there, and we all got all, like, really muddy. And we all needed to wash up, and so we had Nicole go first, and it was really, really anticlimactic, because she opened the shower door, and she was just like, "Aw, man, Rodney, there's frogs in your shower." She didn't scream or anything, which was totally shocking, because if you knew Nicole, you'd be surprised. But it was just really, really fun, and I like to remember fun things, so this is one of my other favorite bottles, and yeah, I don't know, I hope I don't forget that. This bottle used to have A1 sauce in it. I really like meat, but right now it contains things that I'm going to show you at a later day. And yeah, I'm going to talk to you about that, and it's going to be a fun journey, but you just have to wait and find out what secrets lie in this bottle. It's really not that exciting, so don't get anxious or anything, but yeah. Maybe one day I'll explain the orange chair too. And maybe I'll explain the Beach Boy record songbook on my wall. And maybe I'll explain some of these necklaces too. And parts of this wall. The contents of my treasure chest, which isn't actually a treasure chest in case you couldn't tell. That's not even everything in my room that has a story behind it. Pretty much everything has a story behind it. Even that dresser. And the things hidden behind that dresser have a story behind them, too. I don't know. I'm just realizing today how sentimental I am. Like, I mean, I always knew I was really sentimental because, I mean, here you are. This is like a scrapbook where I keep like receipts and ticket stubs and things, and just like trash that I can't throw away because I'm so darn sentimental. But it's weird because it's not just in that scrapbook. Like, my scrapbook is everywhere, in possessions and just everything, because I'm really sentimental. So if you ever want to hear a good story, hit me up and let me know, because I have stories. Then again, you probably don't care that much about what I have. Oh well. I think it's interesting.